Know what it is. Time to get into it. I gotta talk about my favorite show on TV, Power. Just finished watching this episode. Man, I'm very hyped. It's been ups and downs and stuff. It starts off Charlie Murphy, where I am not Charlie Murphy, Ghost up in there, he lifting his weights, getting his brolic on, getting swole up and shit. You know, jail shit, he ain't got too much else to do, so he lifting his weights. The basic stereotype. So he handling this business. Charlie Murphy go and push the weights on him. He looks like they already had like a cop killer in there or whatever. So he got murdered. Charlie Murphy them did that. So he's plotting to do the same to Ghost, but he didn't kill him, I guess, because it's a high profile or whatever. But just wanted to put that thought in his mind that he could if he wanted to. Charlie Murphy an asshole on here, man. Charlie Murphy is on that shit. But it's good to see Charlie Murphy, man. Good to see his last hurrah. He's gonna have a lasting imprint. He always was that villain on his shows, and he's that big villain on Power. And it's rightful for him to go out like this. And that's all I got to say about that. Uh, it goes into Ghost meeting up with his lawyers, man. The black lawyer still on that bullshit, man. Like he does not want to give Ghost the benefit of the doubt at all. One thing he did get Ghost out of character. He did get Ghost angry, and with that said, it kind of helped him out in the long run. That was good because he like, if you lose your temper in court, you're just gonna be seen as another nigga. And Proctor, when he was interviewing, well, cross-referencing, what I don't know what the term is, but when he was questioning the witness, and it was one of the federal agents, he lost his cool and he looked like an old nigga up on the stand. I'm gonna get back to that later. Uh, Julio and Tommy, they have a weird dynamic going on, man. I guess Julio is just loyal to Ghost, maybe he doesn't respect Tommy all the way because Tommy was always their second in command, and now Tommy is the lead, and he sees Tommy is a wild card, man. Like, he's a very smart dude. He handles his business, but he just be wild about this shit, man. You don't know what he gonna do. You don't know who he gonna kill, what relationships he gonna fuck up. But at the end of the day, he gonna get the job done. But he's just a crazy motherfucker, and him and Julio, it looked like something gonna go down with them, man. Like, it's just something just not right. Maybe they're gonna butt heads at some point, or Julio might line himself up with the essays or something. I don't know. It's just something not right with that dynamic right now. Uh, Dre, Dre seems like the a lesser version of Kanan. Like, Kanan does whatever he do. He lie, cheat, steal, whatever the fuck. Dre is kind of like that too, man. Dre, he seems like he a nice dude on the show and stuff, but he a snake. I like the character, him running truth and all that, but he's a snake dude, man. Like, he'll cut anybody's throat to get to where he wanna get, but he does stuff like so on the cool, so sly with it. Like, I don't know why I like his character because he do some bullshit. Like, in street terms, he's a bitch ass nigga, but I just like the character. I don't know why I like the character, because if you put it on in street terms, man, like, he's not somebody you supposed to like or whatever. I guess because he wrote Timmy and his music is decent, so I guess I give him that benefit of the doubt. He does. He tries to look out for Tyreek and stuff, and he handles business and this and that, but he does do some fuck shit. Uh, Now we get back to what I was saying earlier when Proctor was cross referencing, when he was questioning. I don't know why I keep saying cross referencing. When he was questioning the homeboy, and I forgot what it led to. What it led to? Did they throw something out? I forgot. Did they throw a? I don't know if they threw the gun out at that time. I think they lit a motion for it. I don't know if it went through at that time. I think it went through towards the end of the episode. But homeboy homeboy showed that he messed up the defenses, no, the prosecution. He messed up the prosecution, like just their integrity, because he did everything in every little step. Like he arrested him. He got this piece of evidence, this piece of evidence, this piece of evidence. So it looks like if it was foul play, he could have been the one doing it, even though he wasn't the one. But it was the right thing, but just the wrong person, because it wasn't the brother who was doing it. It was other homeboy, and still to this day, I still don't know his name. Kanan and Tyreek, they doing that Robert. Oh, before that, they had the sex scene with Lala. I know Carmelo somewhere sick, boy, and Lala finding a motherfucker, boy. I don't want to be no pervert or something, boy. And then old bro went off, whatever motherfuckers. Anyway, Tommy, he looked like he gonna fuck it up though, cause I hope Tasha don't wind up messing with Ghost. I'm not wind up messing with Tommy, just in spite of. I was talking about that with my uncle earlier. Like Tasha just like they both seem to come in competition with each other. Tasha and Lala on the show, they just they friends, but it's like they both kind of jealous of each other. I don't know. Like Lala is, I call her real name. Lala is jealous of Tasha for what she has, and Tasha isn't like jealous of Lala, but she wants to stay ahead of her. She wants to keep her foot on her throat. Like their dynamic in the friendship, she wants to always be ahead. And so, if she figure out Tommy fucking with Lala, she might give him the draws. I would hope not. I hope they don't bring that dynamic into the show. But it's something that could happen with the writer of the show. She seems like she does stuff like that. But anyway, Lala was looking scrumptious. Carmelo, get your wife back. Move to the Tyreek side of the show. This motherfucker, I gotta quit cussing. This cat, he up there still doing the robberies and stuff. His little sister found out his little money stash. Like he just doing too much. I'm not liking Tyreek. I hate Tyreek on the show. I hate Tyreek. I hate Kanan. They little hustle. They doing their little thing. I hate that it's happening because Tyreek shouldn't be running around with Kanan. He doesn't come from that background. His daddy and him is going through all kind of stuff. He shouldn't be adding that stress and drama. Is just not good at all. I do not like Tyreek on the show right now. Then move on to Proctor. And Proctor winds up talking to the special agent, I can't think of the name of it, Homeland Security. And he has certain evidence that indicts Tommy. Whenever Tommy killed whole old boy, that was Ghost. Ghost seemed like he had a close relationship with dude, but Tommy just never did like him or whatever, and Tommy wound up killing him in that car, if you remember, underneath that bridge. So that footage, not footage, but the audio has surfaced. The audio has surfaced, and they were gonna try to use that to show that Greg wasn't the mole, but then he was gonna have to get Ghost to flip on Tommy. Ghost wasn't gonna do that either way. Ghost wasn't gonna do that. And Proctor, being Ghost and Tommy's lawyer, it was just a conflict of interest. I don't know what Proctor was gonna try to figure something out, because the Homeland Security agent, he did have a heads up on who the mole was. Because when he looked at that laptop on the last episode, he pulled up Homeboy and his name and stuff. I think his name was Mike. I'm not sure, but he pulled up his information and he had a whole different name and everything. The one that was really working for the cartel, for the original plug. So that's the one that's trying to plant the gun on Ghost in them. And that's something that could have really helped him out. But Tommy being too impulsive while I'm killing Homeboy. But Proctor does end up with the laptop. So maybe he does look at the laptop and find out that bit of information. So that could be a positive, but they have that murder on their shit. So let me rewind a bit. I think it was a little backwards. The gangster that has been trying to use Ghost to pay his wife and stuff. They wound up making the first payment, but he found out a little information with him. Ghost and Tommy, they some slick motherfuckers, man. So like now he like, I know who you are. You're the one that did this hit, and I know where your wife stay. So I'm not gonna be paying you no more money. And Homeboy, he can't do shit about it. Like he has a little pull in jail. So maybe if he resents Ghost for that, if he wants to get back at him and try to get people to shank him or something in jail. If you see the previews from before Power even came on, you see Ghost gonna have a scene in there where he's gonna be fighting with somebody. So it's probably gonna be something involved in that. That old man probably gonna try to get Ghost killed. That could be a thing that goes down. And probably because of that, but Ghost did stop him from having to make them payments and stuff. So that was a positive. He ain't got to worry about that. But then there's gonna be the future things he's gonna have to worry about if they do have this fight scene that I'm thinking that I seen. So that's good. That's a crazy thing right there. Another thing to worry about. I think I didn't touch on it earlier. Tasha and Angela. Angela is trying to get Tasha to flip on Ghost, but I'm not even gonna get into that too much. Tasha looks like she's kind of like thinking about it to a certain extent, but I think she's gonna stay firm with Ghost. Something about Tasha this season, she has been solid, so I would hate to see Angela get her to flip. But going towards the end of the episode, I don't think that's gonna be happening because what we find out. But before I get to that, Homeboy does go to the stand. And he gets Proctor thrown off the case. He convinces the judge that it's a conflict of interest for him to represent Tommy. Represent Ghost when he already represented Tommy. So that's fucked up. Cause Proctor's a good ass lawyer, man. He rides for Ghost. He really has faith in Ghost. The black dude has no faith in Ghost at all. And now the black dude is going to be the head of the defense. And they did get the gun thrown out or suppressed or something. So that's going to be good evidence. Good to get that thrown out. But the thing about it, man, just Proctor being off that case is fucked up. But Proctor did good on his way out. Not on the way out, but he went drinking or something, and he winds up at Angela's apartment. And he tells her, he could have been away with this. Everything I told him to do, he did the opposite. I told him, man, you could have this woman, or you can have the world and do what you want to do. And every time he picked you. And she think he was lying, but it made her think. So she went back, and she looked at the evidence, and she looked at the tapes and stuff. So she finds out spoiler alert. She finds out at the end of the episode that's not Ghost's gun. She didn't see whenever Homeboy planted the gun, but she lined up the times and she sees Ghost in his office. He goes nowhere near there. He didn't plant that gun. So now she's gonna have to find out who the mole is. And that's going to lead us into the next episode. And that's my wrap up of Power episode 4. Hey, this season is lit, off the chain. Shit, to the point I even forgot Game of Thrones came on tonight. I think Game of Thrones started tonight. I didn't know. I'm gonna have to go online. I'm gonna have to go check that out. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about that, man. Watch this episode. If you ain't watched the season, go back, watch all the episodes. This shit off chain. Usually Power is 10 episodes, so we gotta have 6 more episodes to go. Hey, like, comment, subscribe. Don't be the greatest or the most hated. Peace out. Free my brother Ghost.